Concealer, powder, bronzer, highlighter, eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, lipstick she was looked on. New life through a machine, pressed to a mask of tissue above which she had partially entered and from which she would exit in full, a boutique to be bottled with balance as fine. And below the breast that would nurse her to health and humanity and statistically abrupt connections before passage to formula. Add equal parts water, a comparable equation building concrete into scrapers maybe touching the sky, but infinitely removed from the stars. A little girl growing in a bath of nutrient in the sacred I can make it nakedness, purifying a host with the tears that ran the mascara from her eyes as she was told that she was beautiful. She was looked on, molded into little dresses for little bodies with little uncaring minds, molded into bloomers booming with ruffles and lace and bows, though her instinct screamed for the purity of air. She was looked on, molded into little skirts for little bodies with minds suddenly conscious of flaws, thinking thoughts forbidden by the purity of nutrient and the sacred I can make it nakedness. She was too fat, too white, too black, too brown, with eyes that weren't big enough, accentuating a few unwanted bumps gathering on her face in collusion with the wrong hair color she saw in the dreams that made her believe she was too short, her nose too wide, too small, but that matched her itty-bitty titties perfectly. She was looked on. Concealer, powder, bronzer, highlighter, eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, lipstick, hitting the torso track in the tanning booth, wearing underwear that lined the most uncomfortable depths of her body but armored against the panty line and harmonized with the shaved jaw just in case a young man slid his hands into what he thought a conquest should be. Dreaming of boob jobs and the right jeans, she began to resent the nutrient and sacred I can make it nakedness, powdered her face with dust and decay to make up for the fall into standards and in depth of photographs she looked down on. The poor women of Muslim communities masked and cloaked by the whims of men and tradition. No man could ever do that to her. Poor traditions in Africa where... Poor traditions in Asia, broken feet so beautifully bonded, so beautifully crushed they can barely stand, and she was looked on. By men that couldn't see her face, damning the crucible for rendering feeling that brought tears that ran the makeup off the palette of the West and enrobed her. So after the happiest moment, and the chick flick, and the breakup, and the emotion, she touched up with concealer, powder, bronzer, highlighter, eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, lipstick, and kissed the world from a standard mask as she was looked on. American Beauty.